Okay, this is a rusty, trusty tractor book. And Papa's going to read this to Max. There's Max. There's the old rusty, trusty tractor, kind of like a Massa Harris. Here's Chicken. That isn't the rooster, though. That's the hen chicken. And this is, what's her last name?
Brownie.
Brownie. The rusty, trusty tractor. When Mr. Hill, and this is Mr. Hill, saw Grandpappy's tractor, he laughed fit to his bus's breeches. Whoa, he cried, slapping his knees. You call that a tractor? Micah looked up at Grandpappy to see what he was thinking, but Grandpappy was not letting on. Mr. Hill ding-donged with his knuckles on the rusty engine cover and the spaghetti can that hung over the exhaust pipe. See that spaghetti can? He kicked the old tires. See the old cracked tires? This won't last another season, he said. Do yourself a favor. Come on down to Hill's Tractor Sales and look at some brand new tractors. Max, see that's Max, leaned against Grandpappy's leg, but Grandpappy just scratched his neck and said, I don't know, Mr. Hill. Me and this trusty tractor have been together 50 years. Ever since my old plow horse died, we know each other real good. I am not hankering to go looking at a shiny new tractor. No harm in looking, said Mr. Hill. See, that's Mr. Hill. He's trying to sell Grandpappy a brand new tractor. Max tugged a handful of Grandpappy's overalls. Please, please. Grandpappy looked down and smiled. Well, no, maybe just a peek. It won't hurt to look. You won't regret it, sir, said Mr. Hill, shaking Grandpappy's hand up and down like a pump handle. Oh, look at this is Hill's Tractor Sales. He's got John Deere tractors, International tractors. There's a Ford tractor. There's a Minneapolis Moline tractor. Hill's Tractor Sales covered half a block. Max had never seen so many tractors all in one place. There were big ones, small ones, red ones, yellow ones, some with plows, some with buckets. See, that's a bucket. Some with forks and some with diggers. Mr. Hill showed Grandpappy a big red tractor with a cab like a truck. Got carpet in there, said Mr. Hill. Got heating and air conditioning? Mine's got air conditioning too, said Grandpappy. When the air gets too fresh, I just put on another jacket. Look, said Mr. Hill, stereo music. I whistle, Grandpappy said. There, see the whistle? Mr. Hill showed them the big, fancy, dandy engine, but Grandpappy was not interested. He said, when my old tractor won't go, I fix it myself with a bit of wire. None of this electronic stuff. Mr. Hill was not real pleased that Grandpappy did not want one of his shiny new tractors. But Mr. Hill was not a man to give up easy. How much grass do you reckon on planting this spring for hay? 20 acres, Grandpappy said. Well, sure, I know that you're not a betting man, but I'll give you a jelly donut for every acre if your tractor gets through the season. If it doesn't, it will, said Grandpappy. If it don't, said Mr. Hill, you come back to Hill's Tractor Sales. That's all I ask. Oh, see, there's Grandpappy's tractor. There's Max. Here's the cows. There's chickens. Oh, there's the rooster. Come early spring, when they were setting up for plowing, Max said, you know, Grandpappy, this old tractor is sure hard to start. Like me, said Grandpappy, I'm hard to start when it's cold and damp. Sure is rusty, Max said. I know how that feels. My knees got so much rust. Some days they need an oil can. Then Grandpappy looked at Max. Boy, you aren't trying to sweet-talk me into buying a new tractor, are you? Max shook his head. Good, because this is my old friend. See, that's Grandpappy's old friend. And friends don't let each other down. You remember that. See, Grandpappy likes that old tractor.
I think it's like Grandpappy Jimmy.
Yeah. The ground was still cold when Grandpappy plowed those 20 acres. See, that's a plow, and he's plowing the ground. Chugga, 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 like an old fishing boat, brown waves curling up behind. Seagulls followed. See the seagulls? They're looking for bugs and worms. When you plow, there's bugs and worms in the ground, and the seagulls eat the bugs and worms. Plowing took almost 3 days, but when Grandpappy finished, the field was a strong brown sea with waves as straight as ruler lines. See how nice and straight those lines are? Grandpappy stuffed a sack with straw because the seat cushion was wore out. See the seat? So he's sitting on some straw. We got a long way to go yet, he said. The lumpy earth was smoothed out, and the steel blades of the harrows cut up the soil nice and fine, ready for planting. Then Max helped Grandpappy with the seed drill. See, that's a seed drill. They're going to put seed in there, kind of like Max's mommy helping plant the garden. See, they're going to plant the ground. Chugga, chugga, chugga. Max hung on the fence and watched. See there, Max was over there. Watched as a rusty old tractor pulled the seed drill round and round. Grass seed and grass food dropped into little furrows. Now it's up to Mother Earth, Grandpappy said. See, they're putting the seeds in the ground. The sun shone, warm spring rains fell, and green leaves sprouted on the poplar tree. See, the green? And look at the grass grow. Sure enough, the field was showing rows of new grass, as fine and soft as a baby's hair. The rest of spring came through at a gallop. There were tadpoles in the creek and bird nests in the barn. The grass in the field grew tall and thick. Roses bloomed, strawberries ripened. Grandpappy dug his first crop of new potatoes. Now the grass was high as a bib on Max's overalls. See that? Ooh, look at how tall the grass is. Mr. Hill paid a visit. Good crop of hay, he said, but I tell you, plain and simple, no way is that tractor going to tow a hay baler. It just don't have the power. Now is the time to think about a new model. What do you say? Grandpappy gave a slow, soft smile. I say, I'm mighty partial to jelly donuts. The first run of fine weather, Grandpappy sharpened the blades of the old mower. Micah helped him bolt the mower onto the tractor. See, that's a mower, and he's going to mow the grass down.
Max jumping in the field.
Yeah, and that's Max in the field. As the tractor went by, the tall grass fell and lay flat on the ground. See how it goes flat down on the ground. In a couple of days, said Grandpappy, we'll turn it with the hay rake to help it dry. The morning Grandpappy got out the baler, the weather forecast changed. Thunderstorms tomorrow, Grandpappy said. Wet hay is good for nothing hay. We've got to get ourselves cracking. What if the tractor breaks down? Grandpappy shrugged. We lose 20 acres of hay and 20 jelly donuts. We need to keep this baler going. Worse things have happened, but I tell you now, Max, real friends are there when you need them, and my old tractor won't break down. See, that's the baler. There's the rooster. There's the chickens. There's the rooster too. 2 roosters. Mr. Hill was part ways right. The tractor was not big enough for the baler, but Grandpappy, he talked to it like it was one of his favorite horses. See that baler? There's the tractor. And whoa, look at the big bale of hay.
Just
Big
like
round bale.
Papa's.
Yeah, just like Papa's.
Look at Max on top of the
Yeah,
bale.
Max is sitting. How did he get up there? Did he use the ladder? He called it the old partner and whistled songs to it, and that rusty, trusty tractor shuddered across that field, dragging the big baler machine. Sweet-smelling grass got scooped up, rolled and tied, and spat out again in hay bales, weighing 500 pounds. The rolls fell down with a thump that shook the ground under Max's feet. See, they go thump when they fall out of the baler.
Papa's baler is yellow.
Yeah,
Nice. This one's red.
Yeah, Papa's got a yellow baler. Look at the seagulls. The storm broke that evening. Rain came out of the sky like water from a fire hose, but every bit of hay was wrapped in bales, snug and dry. Micah and Grandpappy, well, Max and Grandpappy were in the kitchen cooking up some corn chowder when the screen door rattled. They found Mr. Hill on the porch as wet